everyone. Welcome back to the Unfiltered Truths, where we dive deep into the messy, hilarious, and sometimes heartbreaking truths about life. We are your co-hosts, Wilfred Majaliwa and Sandra Okone. And today we are going to talk about the early dating stages. So, I'm very excited for today's episode, by the way.
Yeah, me too. I feel like it's going to be a great one.
A great one.
Yeah.
You're not prompting. I'm going to
Top prompting. I thought to is a story from last episode, like two.
I had come with that.
Give us the gist. But no, you guys, I'm also waiting for that gist. Situationship. Oh my God.
I think it will come as we talk. As we talk, it will come. Because now if I start, then So let's start with defining what dating is.
Dating. To me, I think it would mean getting to know someone, seeing if getting to know someone to see if we have like some shared kind of value system, compatibility. Oftentimes, we want to date for long term. Although for me, in the beginning, I do not want to put pressure for long term. So I want it to be natural. But yeah, like starting with the basics, baby steps. Yeah, get to know you, know you, how you communicate, who you are. What do you believe in? What are no-go areas? Like things like that.
What entails dating? Because we can get to know each other without dating.
No, thereafter, we make intentions clear. Like you say, we can get to know each other without dating. But most of the times, dating is with intent for something long-term.
Intent for something long-term. Can't it be short-term?
I'm sorry, what?
Later. Like, you define those things later.
No, of course, yeah, like, we can talk about, like, you may tell me, I like you, but you just like me as your friend. So we shall get to know each other as friends. If it's more than friends, then we are dating. We are more than friends.
If it's more than friends, then you're dating. If it's not, it's...
You're just my friend.
You're just a friend.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you do when you date someone? Not you.
Like, some of the things when you are dating someone.
You can also tell us things.
These days I hear a lot of talking stage. I don't know if talking stage was there in our era, but I think it was, but we didn't necessarily call it talking stage. Like we ask ourselves, okay, I know back in the day you would ask yourself, what do you like? What's your favorite food? But then lately I don't find myself saying, what's your favorite food? It can come in the conversations, but not like it's something I would necessarily ask you on, oh my God, what's your favorite food? So for me, usually I want it to start from places like we talk about common neutral things. Okay, not common, like neutral things. Not soccer, of course, because I don't know soccer.
Politics.
Weather. Weather.
Why do you like
weather? Roads. Because it's like a warm... It's something that I can start with, then we dive into other stuff. You can be like, oh my God.
Weather.
No, not really cramming weather, but sometimes it depends. Maybe nakusanze, I'm like, oh my God, it's so cold today. So for me, it's like a start of the conversation. I don't come with intentions of, I want us to talk about weather, but I feel like it's easier for me to start from weather, and then getting into other things. So for me, weather is like my low-key start of the conversation that, put the ice is a word. So we talk about like common things. Then as we are talking, the conversation starts like going further. So in us, as we keep the back and forth, you could tell intentions, like what someone is up to. And if you like, you make the conversation flow and go on. But if you don't like, you definitely choke it at some point.
Kati, since this is the early dating stages, Kati, in your own perspective, how would you like a man to approach you so that you eventually go
how would you like a man to approach me? I want you, if you're coming like to me, I don't want to be stereotyped. That's for a fact. Whether it's tribe, gender, or anything.
It's impossible to guess your tribe.
It's impossible to guess, yes. But like there are those common things people come and stereotype. Like for me, if you come approaching me and you start saying women, because I can't come and say men. I want to appreciate you. You're a man, yes. And I want to appreciate the uniqueness of Will, despite him being a man. The general things people have made that these are for men, these are for women. I do not want you to box me like that. Get to know me as an individual. Even if I will do those things, do not ever stereotype me. So for me, once I see that you have that, those are good grounds to go. Neka sota andika nti omanyi mu abakazi. Darling, I will choke the conversation. Tojja kundaba.
So I don't want to be stereotyped.
No, I don't want to be stereotyped.
And Kata, I'm trying to paint a picture in my head, like guys, they want to date you.
Yeah, when you come, maybe you talk to me. You could. I do not want like the very obvious things that will make
obvious. Obvious is very, very relative.
Okay, like there are those people who just come, oh my God, you're beautiful. Like I feel like the next thing you're going to say is, I want you. I like your number. Give me your number. Like, no.
You don't want to be
have some bit of, I want to be told. You can package it in a much not direct way, but for me to understand it's a compliment, but with not, like I don't want to be in a place whereby I can read you directly. Okay, and be like, oh no, you get it. After you've told me you're beautiful, the next thing is going to be, can I get your number? When can I see you? Like those are obvious things.
That sounds very boring.
Yeah, like those are boring stuff. So for me, we have a conversation. If you feel like
about the weather
and then let it flow how it wants. And
always begin with the weather. Atandika it out.
Ne weather. Playbook inzo kulema. So yeah, I think I would want you to like have, not that so direct. Because yes, I know I'm beautiful, have a nice voice, I'm a good person. Like, now tell me other things. Even if I know all those things, package them nicely. Like, we're not 12 or 10. If you tell that to a 10-year-old, she'll be all giggly and excited and all those things. But I'm a grown-up woman. Tell me, Like I want to get that intellectual bit of you. By the way, I love intellectual men. Era umanya onina.
Sapiosexual.
Ja. Onina.
Like sapiosexual. And actually, I'm trying to be.
Yeah, like your intellect is up there. The way you handle yourself, how you approach situations, even if you are putting across maybe a point that I know is like general, like how we keep having those banters, the back and forth in the group. And when I know it's not playtime, but now you're serious, it's like you're starting a business. So you have to be very creative, innovative with your words, but not like a player kind of, because man, the players, I tell you what is.
So that's your ideal.
Yeah, so yeah, I just want you to like talk to me in a certain way. And for me, when I have a conversation with someone, I know this person, I like them. Based on what we have talked, I feel like, IQ is checho. So that's why I gauge, and I'm like, okay, even if it's a dramatic kind of situation, we shall have like some good ground of resolving issues and handling them like proper grown-ups. I just know, if you come and put across a point, you're again of course stereotyping or unboxing it's like as if my masculine side is more dominant than the female one. So you need to handle me.
You want to be handled.
Manage me nicely.
You want to be managed.
Not managing like you have that's micromanage style. But all I'm saying is, but of course I think life is about managing situations. Yeah, it's about management.
Do you have I want to get to the management, but do you have a range of a pool, a range of men, like a certain age, or like beyond this?
Oh yeah. The list you can okay. I always have a thing for older men, but not all older men, because I know they are wise, but not all older men are wise. There are older men who are just boys. Like I said, for me, it's conversations. I want us to, before even you say anything, I want us to have a conversation. Like when we have a conversation, I will, I may not know everything, but at least nja kumanya engaging, twanyumiza ku weather, chibadde bwe kiti. When we went quite a bit in the little politics, I know chibadde bwe kiti. The roads richie like common stuff. I see somehow nga worries on inga. So for me there, I'm like, yo, this one is nice. It's good. Like, yes, is the word. Is the word. Like, I love to be challenged, even at work. Like, I get bored easily. That's not true. I'm easily bored. Kati nze wobeera nga yo not story your war to like keep me on my toes. I have a feeling I'll be bored in the relationship.
ajja kumanaginga bulungi.
Yeah, but then also you want to the way they think, the way they handle those conversations. Because you know, like all relationships, for friends, family, romantics, whatever, be better than drama sometimes. So you know how when that comes up, how you will manage. At least we can go through that. Of course, it's not a guarantee. Sometimes they're also dramatic because you do not know them that far. So yeah.
Kati, let me paint a picture. Say I even use you. I am now dating you. And I have approached you. You seem interested. I asked for your number. I set up a date. Everything has gone ideally.
Hey.
Then we go to someplace where have the date. It goes well.
Yeah.
Should anything happen after that? Do you expect anything to happen after the first date?
No.
No.
Actually.
Why?
I'm even weird. Let me first take you back. Rewind.
Do you think men expect something to happen?
Men, I think, expect something to happen. Like you could even give someone a warm hug and they want to smooch you instead. And then you wonder,
what's wrong with a kiss is too much?
Man. Okay, for me, I love to be mentally prepared. For lack of a better word. Like when we are like talking about the date and all those things, I'm so terrible with surprises. But even if you told me, you could tell me, okay, let me first divert a bit. Okay, not divert, let me use the same scenario. You could tell me we are going for a date. I am mentally prepared for a date. As much as I do not know the nitty-gritties of a date. So I don't want to just be bumped into and you're like on a date. Because sometimes I do not want to embarrass people. You could have told me that maybe around your friends or something, I might agree, just not to make the situation awkward. But trust me, I'll tell you, I do not like this. So I don't like surprises. You can tell me just something about it, but I don't want to be in the dark. I always feel like I want to be
mentally prepared. Yeah.
No. So even with a date, we need to talk. Like you ask me what I like, by the way. Which is a good thing. I know sometimes people want to be surprised people, but which is a good thing. You might be there planning fish and chips and what, and I want matoke or I want black tea. You get? Like for me not to waste your resources, let us talk about it. Then occasionally, sometimes I can be like, surprise me. But that thing of surprise becomes later when I know you now. Like, yeah. Yeah, because, okay, most of the times, this is a stranger. So in my mind, I'm a bit paranoid. So in my mind, I'm like, what if this happens? What if that happens? So that's why I want to have like mental preparation, that place. And I want a place that is like in a location that is not isolated. Yeah.
Is this just you or are you speaking generally for all women?
No, for me.
Okay, I fear. Generally for all women.
But I think generally for all women, they love surprises. I think so.
So kissing on the first date is okay.
Some would be fine for them.
Kiss.
No, I could hug you. I love warm hugs. Sweet, long, tight hugs. Yeah. As long as it doesn't... I hate touch, but when I mentally prepare for hugs, I do hug. Like I can be like... Not like I have to okay, when I say mentally prepare, it's like some people think it's this whole big... I need to be hugged. No, I can just be like, okay, I need to hug someone today. I may not have like a specific person in my mind. So if I find someone and we can hug, then I could hug you. Like you get, not like, oh my God, I need to hug Wilfred and think about it. No.
Okay.
Is it complicated? Is that the kind of guy?
It sounds exhausting. All of that mental preparation.
But I don't tell the person.
I like spontaneous things, like things to just happen.
Spontaneity.
Yeah, of course, like have a plan, but along the way, just
I think I'm more spontaneous when I know you much better.
like
To be honest, like I'm more spontaneous when I know. Okay, for me, it's the level of comfortability. Because in the beginning, I do not know you like that. Like for me, growing up, I grew up in an era where there was a lot of human trafficking. So
human trafficking.
like they used to traffic. Like they used to be like Chibaba in those days. Yeah. So for me, security-wise, like my mother's always been. My mother is also paranoid, so she always instilled this thing of security, be security cautious, blah blah blah. So yeah.
So you just grew up that way.
For me, I just grew up that way, and I think that's why I'm like that. Like the times I've grown up in, and yeah. So for me, in the beginning, I'm actually usually tense. But when I get to know you better, and then I realize you're not a monster, you're not a serial killer, or as I thought, or something, I'm very spontaneous. You can surprise me the way you want. You can do all these things that you would have done on the first date.
So
things that you want.
There's no scenario in your head where it's the first date. You don't know this guy. You've just met for the first time, and then he just sweeps you off your feet. Next thing you know, you're in his bed or something. You miss.
Bedi tugeze waya batatandise bulungi naye kasootesa ku kitanda.
But it happens.
I know it does. No. I've not had that kind of situation, but I would speak like on two different occasions. Like when this online dating thing came up, I'm a curious person. So when this online dating thing came up, I remember telling my friend, and she's like, my close friend, she's called Susan. I talked about her in our last episode. Sue, yeah. So I remember telling Sue, and I'm like, you girl, do you know I've never been on online dating? I want to set up a profile. So we're like all hyped up. She's like, you know what? Let's set up yours and start with you. So I set up a profile, and then I was being honest. Putting this Afro something. Afro blah, 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 blah. So Afro introduction, I don't know, Afro something. I think it's Afro. It has a mixture of whites and blacks and all those things. So I really put like my actual face, my name, of course, with nicknames, not like...
You have to put your actual face.
Yeah, and I put my actual face. Yo, wait for the story. So this guy like comes, likes a profile. I didn't even know how to go about it, but you learn. You tap here, okay, this is for messaging, this is for that. So we are going to meet up. So he asks me, where do you want to meet? I tell him the place, and he decides to ask for another place. I told him I can't come there. We need to meet here because I have curfew and all those things. So finally he agrees. In my mind, on the profile picture, he was not very dark. I love dark guys. Not very dark. Was like off brown, not dark, not chocolate. I don't know, somewhere there. But the profile picture was for a dark person. It's not like I liked him, but I just wanted that experience of what do these guys who say we've been dating online feel like? Is it even an actual thing? So when we got there, I got the shock of my life. Do they call it catfishing? Catfish.
Yeah, catfish. I don't think that's
catfishes. I don't know. Is it catfishing? I don't know.
It's just a skin color, no?
Man. The guy was different from the pictures. He was yellow. Why'd you show up when I said I like dark or chocolate people? Dark is what I want. But chocolate, compromise, yes. So I remember the whole conversation. I think we sat for like 20 minutes. He asked me what I was going to eat. I told him I got a stomachache and I left. The shoe was off, and for me, if you have a terrible shoe as a guy, nah.
So it wasn't the skin, it was the shoe.
I didn't like the skin, and he was terribly dressed up. You're going to meet, like, impress at least on your dress code. You could be terrible with your English and all that. I remember telling him, can we speak Luganda? Because if you're going to use English, use actual English. If you don't know English well enough to communicate, Stick to your mother tongue. Don't force it. At least I know I can come down to you. Yeah. So I told myself online dating, for me, I think I'm not wired like that.
So you haven't been online since then?
Of course, I think the profile remains. So sometimes I get notifications on that email address that I had used previously. I've met on the other side of some guy. I was just curious, like, people are like, oh my God, I met some guy who's hot. And so I was like, okay, what if I really meet like a nice looking guy? I'll try to tell them and see how it goes. Like I said, I'm just curious. Like there's that curious mind side of me. So there's this guy who was a client. He came to my office and he looked okay, good. So I told him, you look handsome. I like your height. Your color is good. You spell good. Good English. He's like, thank you. He asks for my number. And in my mind, I'm like, can't I just compliment you without you asking me for a number? So because he's a bit, he was in, my boss had recommended him to me to handle. So because it was a boss kind of situation, I couldn't rudely say no. Because usually most of the times, man, I'll give you a share. Like if I don't like you, I'll give you a share. Like I don't even want to waste your time. Like I'll give it to you so that you'll be like, hey, that girl has bad manners. I won't even chest anymore. Yeah. So I just gave him a number and he texted me after like 3 months. He was like, can I go out for coffee? I love coffee. And I told him, yeah. So when I got there, because he's like nice, cute, and all those things, I asked him, why did he ask me out for coffee? Yeah.
Not what you were expecting.
No, because I did not want to be in a situation whereby I didn't like him. But these other things can remove, like, there could be bloodlines and you end up in a compromising situation. So he was like, no, I just liked you, the way you handled me and all that. I think he was serious about that. So I said, yeah, if it's just that, then we are good.
Liked you. Do you think a man can talk to you when he's not interested in having a sexual relationship?
When I was younger, I used to think that way. But now that I'm a bit older, I think they don't just talk to you they always have an ulterior motive. Sexual relations.
And that brings me to friends. Men and women being friends.
Men and women being friends. Man, it's a slippery slope, but you need to define your values. Be friends? They could, which is hard.
They could.
Okay, they could be. Why I said they could be, it depends on how you define this friendship from the beginning. Like, you need to really have a conversation that is really strong. So for me, for like my guy friends, we are friends. But because I know you're a guy, at some point you will, like, maybe you do like me, but because you see how I come and I'm like the way I'm telling you, like, I ask you this, I ask you that, so you feel like it's too much. You're like, anyway, let's just be friends. Maybe eventually I could slide in there and be like, So, for me, I want to talk about it.
You want to talk about it like with your male friends?
Yes, like with my male friends, we cannot cross this path. Yeah. And if I see that you are saying yes for yes's sake, I make sure I reduce the frequency. So with my guy friends, I don't have to talk to you like every day. When you talk to a guy every day, he'll miss the point. He'll think now you like him. And then it will be like a whole messed up situation. I don't like messed up situations because...
Don't you make it worse by like touching him all the time, being too close, too friendly? Like he misreads the signals.
Yeah, because I'm getting to that. I have this close friend of mine. Like we went to... Okay, our parents were like family friends. And when he was in some primary school, so my parents were like, since this girl is stubborn, let's take her to that primary school. So they took me to that primary school. So visitation days would be closed and all that. So we remained friends. We went to high school, different schools. Then when we joined campus, I would like go visit him. Even him, he would come visit me. And then I would like, when I went to visit him, because I think he was in Chambok, I keep forgetting that hall. So it would be like, oh, my little sister. So his roommates would like give me an extra bed. And then they would share the other one. So, like, we're so close that our primary friends both were dating. And one time, he was, I think, drunk. So you know, when people are drunk, they speak the truth. So we had gone dancing at Ange, and
Angenoa.
yeah. So he told me
How do I
he
even know that
liked
slang?
me. I think it even changed. It might became Volt or something. I don't know. It's been a very long time, like so many years. My God. Yeah. So I remember I went to Ange. That was the first time I was going out with people who are not my family. Because when I was at campus, my uncle would come and pick me, take me, and expose me to all these things. So when we went to Ange, he told me he liked me. And for me, when you said when a guy told me they liked me, I felt like that was making babies, getting married, and all those things. And yet I felt like I was so young to be involved in such situations. So I calmly told him, "You are drunk. I think it's alcohol. We shall have this conversation tomorrow," such that he doesn't like get on top of his voice and shout, because I didn't want to be embarrassed. So the next day when he was sober, I remember telling him, we are family friends for starters. Secondly, I cannot like you in that sense. I don't know what you meant by you like me, maybe boyfriend, girlfriend, but I can't be your boyfriend or girlfriend. Then I asked him, you once mentioned a girl that you liked. Are you still dating her? He was like, we are there, we are complicated. I'm like, no, you know what? Sit down, make up your mind, choose that girl and love her because she will love you. Me, I'll love you as my brother, as my family friend. And when I said that, gave me space, like space, because we're so much in each other's space that I think he really misunderstood the whole situation. So for me, I learned my lesson there, and I'm like, if I'm going to be dealing with guys who are my friends, I need to like sort of have some, we have a conversation and then have space. I do have guy friends. I don't call them every time.
Do they know?
Yes,
you have that kind of
yes, they do. And right now, I really love my guy friends because I love that they understand where I come from, not love of like romantic or what. And we talk about this thing deeply. There's this guy friend of mine who told me, I like you. I would really want to pursue you as something more, but I know your values and I cannot meet those things. Then we had a conversation and I told him, I will only talk to you twice a year.
What?
No bad intentions, but I want to give you distance for you to unlearn whatever or unlike whatever you like about me in a romantic kind of way.
But you can't choose to unlike
No. But like, he's not the kind of guy I would really like. He's okay, it's so wrong to like talk about people's shape and size and all those things. But then I have like particular physical attributes I like in a guy, and then other things. He's intelligent, yes, but physically, not my kind of guy. As a friend,
if he was?
Yes. Even if he was, because I know him, no. The other things that he doesn't really qualify. Good as a friend, I can tolerate. As a romantic partner, no.
Yeah. So there's no scenario where there's this ideal guy, but he's just a friend. Like he meets all your checkboxes or ticks all the checkboxes.
Yeah. There is some guy who. What do I say? Yeah, there is some guy who meets all my checkboxes. We did have a conversation because it's a mutual thing, but the timing was a bit off, and we agreed we shall keep it in the confines of whatever we agreed to have. Like we can talk, we can be vulnerable, the things that are really off limits. Because I do not want to be in a relationship with someone who is very far away. I don't want to be left very vulnerable to a point that, as much as I keep saying I'm strong, I can't do this, but you never know how much you could be tested and do something. And I do not want to explore that part. So we had conversations for as long as it's still wherever he is. We can be good friends, talk. We talk actually every day. He's like my event person. And I like that. When he's around, we meet, go on dates. We don't do romantic wise, nah. But he does check everything. If I could say, that would be like my perfect mistake if I chose to do a mistake. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there is that ideal person. Yeah, I would like them, but nah. It's a complicated situation.
I still don't think men and women are gonna be friends.
Yeah, they can't be. If they must be, please put distance. Now, like with this person, they work very far away, like many countries. So there is no way I am going to feel like, oh my God, I've made a mistake. No. So for me, I think that helps. But if they were to be here, we would have a conversation and talk about it. I don't like situationships. I don't like flings. I'm very sensitive. When I love hard. I'm hopeless romantic, and I do not want. If there's anything I need to guard, is getting in a state whereby I am hopeless romantic. I do not want to do that ever, except if I know.
Listen, love is blind.
I'm sure. Yes, it is blind. And yes,
Like, you can't guard against these things.
no, you cannot guard. That's why I'm saying, for me, for the things, for the people, not like that person, like I said, that could be like my perfect mistake. So if, I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, if they left working wherever they were working and were in the same space close by, they would have that conversation. Yeah. Because I know definitely there are going to be blurry lines. There's going to be a lot of intertwining, and I do not like that whole complicated thing. I don't want a guy to start telling me, but I thought we're just doing smashing. What do you mean by we're just smashing? Yo, no, not with me. Smash it up if you want. No, because I think I would be so heartbroken.
Let's first go into smashing. Is smashing the requirement during those early stages of dating?
Neda mama.
It's not.
No, not for me.
No, not. I said gay.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
The general public.
The general public. People have a 90-day rule thing.
90-day rule?
Yeah. Like you do 90 days. I think that's when they are playing hard to get.
Who has a 90-day rule?
Why not great?
Which Ugandans have 90-day rules? Which Ugandan girls?
But Jenny X singer. But I think people who are like the millennials, most of the millennials have like a 90-day rule. But Gen Z have in a 90-day rule. It could even be like hours. If you like the person, you're like, yeah, the vibe, the chemistry was good, and they smash each other.
Within hours?
Yeah, minutes, whatever. But
so it is something someone should expect.
I think
in
lately,
this modern.
I think lately, like in now, like for example, like in these current times, when dating space has really changed. Very much. Like the other day, I was talking with a friend of mine who is a bit, I think she's a Gen Z, really. And she was like, I met this guy. Oh my God, the chemistry was right. And they were smashing and they were asking me if they're pregnant. And I'm like, did you say you guys smashed? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, yo, what's that? Like, what are we doing? Like, are you scared of diseases and all those things? Like, the problem for you, very scientist. Those things we check. And you're like,
these are modern times now.
Yeah.
The scene has changed.
And I think most guys I think they like that because they're like, the cunt is everywhere. So they don't have to chase you who has a very complicated playbook. But also I know if they just want for like smash's sake, they would definitely pursue that. Like,
but the smashing can grow into something else.
But really.
Yeah, you smash first, then you decide.
Neighbor, do you know what it means to smash somebody like in the first few minutes you meet?
What does it mean?
My
It means
goodness.
like there's very strong chemistry.
Me, if I was a guy, nah, I would run.
You'd run?
I would leave you. Like,
Why would you leave?
why are you smashing? Okay, if I was a guy and if we smash, then just take the person over. Don't leave her there because you guys, you're like, a lot of that girl, that baby's for the streets. You leave that baby for the streets and go for that,
If anything, smashing is a very good indicator. Smashing at the first time you meet is a very good indicator of genuine desire. Like, this girl likes you that much, she will sleep with you the first time you've met.
But if you genuinely desire someone, I don't have to smash you the first time I meet you or whatever.
When do you?
Whatever time. Okay,
date.
Like
first?
No. Man, I'm a very complicated person. Like, to be honest, when it comes to like the dating space, making friendships, friends and all that, I'm quick. When it comes to the dating space, man, I drag my feet. I think I go back to like those traditional boma, those things.
So you would rather some man just come and quote you like they used to quote.
Yeah,
our
like
parents
let's
back in the day.
yeah, like let's get to know each other. By the way, I would really love if someone came into my space and we had that kind of arrangement.
Uh-huh.
I want this whole smashing to be like sacred, pure. I don't know. Like I want to attach. Everything we do is us who give it the importance that kind of we put it on a certain pedestal, and that's what I would want.
So basically you would make the man wait.
Yes, make the guy wait. If you like me like that, you will wait. But of course, some are liars. Not like that guy who lied to me in the previous episode. I started to like tone down on things I was doing, like all those Miss Independent, blah, blah, blah. Not like tone down because there's some guy coming, but like tone down to be accommodative, like to be able to balance, because now there's another person coming into the picture and you want to balance everything. But then I realized he was smashing some other person, and yeah.
That's the reality of the world we live in now.
Yeah.
Kati, which brings me to my next question. How do you, or rather, what are the pitfalls of those early dating stages? Like you could be with someone like Gagolaba, he's like nice, there's like this kind of future with him. Then Gaya really is like doing other things with other people. Because people are smashing everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
people are smashing everywhere.
So
Nearly, even those who know how to speak your language of like value system, but when they are still doing other wrong things. To be honest, dating is a gamble.
it's a gamble.
Yeah. Either you win or you lose.
All is fine.
So, when you know that, you pray so hard that you're on the winning team.
Pray.
Unfortunately, or hope so much.
How do you get onto that winning team? How do you position yourself to be?
I think just be your true self. Just be yourself. Better yourself, because you see, me, I always look at sustainability. Like there are things I would love to do for a guy, but if I know in my DNA I cannot sustain, I'd rather do it and it comes off as a surprise than me showing you that ngina kola chino atento kinga sichikola ogamenti omukazi akola chi is disrespectful. So for me, you can't really tell the signs of pitfalls and all those things, but I think just do what you think is the correct way to do it.
What about leading people on?
Leading people on.
How do you spot that?
And guys lead people on like many times.
How do guys lead people on? Or whether girls on?
Even, man, guy shows you he's into you, but then he's also into other people. Then when you catch him with other people, then he comes back this, like, man, you cannot, like, choose.
My definition of being led on is when I'm taking you on dates, I'm giving you all my attention, I'm doing nice things for you, but this thing is like going nowhere. Like you just keep stringing me along.
Maybe the guy is fear too.
No, like I made my intentions clear. Then I watch mine.
From the beginning?
Yeah, from the beginning. But then you just, it's such damn busy.
Man. And yeah, guys do lead people on, but if you are lucky enough, and he has told you just like you said, if you're comfortable in that kind of scenario, knock yourself out. But if you're not, because either way, you're going to be hurt so bad. And then you'll come and be like, guys are terrible, guys are all those things. But the guy told you from the beginning. For me, one thing I know is, or what I believe is, when a guy tells you something, he genuinely means it. He will never change. Most times they do mean what they say.
Even when they tell you they're going to marry you.
No, like when he says, especially in that kind of situation, when he says, "This is what I want," even if you go up on the moon, come back, cook the food in heels, in whatever lingerie, if that's not what he wants to wife you, he will not wife you. So for me, if the moment you tell me, I do not see what I am doing there, I need to leave, like release you. You could be nice and all those things, but the challenge is usually the women get stuck. Like you've known this person, you hope, you believe you could change him. You can't change a grown up person. And then sometimes there's fear of starting all over again. The guy is nice. When you have a problem, he shows up. When you need a listening ear, he's there. Like he does all these things, but he just won't commit. You can't force him.
What's the definition of commitment?
No, like that thing he has already told you. This is food. Just sick. There's no future here. And yet you are like maybe me who wants like a future. It's very painful. Very painful, I could say. Very painful, but release yourself. Let that person go. Sometimes I keep telling myself, I think there are quotes I just prepare, like to prepare me and like release, You're like, you know what? If loving you so much means releasing you and letting you go for others to enjoy you, then I will love you like that and let you go. It's very painful. You will cry, you get in the lows, but eventually you will come up. That's not the last born of boys or guys. You still find a good man. I mean, the Bible tells you to respect a man and a man loves you. So yeah, these days I am learning that. Yeah, these days I am learning that because a friend of mine told me, Sandra, if you want to get married, find a guy who likes you. You will go to love him. You will respect him.
Find a guy who
loves me. Like a guy should love me.
Not you loving the guy.
You will. Women actually tend to grow to love men, by the way. They do. These days, you see, back in the day, like in the traditional days, they much made people. Yes, they were arranged marriages. Do you think those women loved their husbands? No.
No, you just
but they grew
to learn
to love them. And I know for a fact a woman, if you give her that kind of security, stability, because I think what most women want is stability, companionship, and security. If they feel those things, they'll grow to love you. While me, on the other hand, I think I would want to be with someone with whom I like-ish.
Someone you like.
Yeah. I want to love you. Like I want us to have like mutual chemistry. Such that even when times are hard for me, I remember I also loved you in the beginning. Maybe it's a phase, it's a storm or something as we figure out how to wither it. But at least I liked you from the beginning. And for me, that should be like my fallback plan. But because, like I said, I know who I am and I know the things I am able to do. But if I didn't like in the beginning, I don't know. Maybe I could just leave. I don't know. Because I've not been in that kind of situation.
No, I used to say relationships work much better when the girl likes the guy more.
No.
What?
Like the guy?
Yeah.
Like the guy? Yes. Liking him more? Liking him more than the guy likes you?
Hey.
Honey, run. No.
Run? No, stay.
No. That guy is going to be problematic because he knows you like him so bad. He always do messed up stuff, go smash girls, do whatever, all these things that you do not like. And he knows when he comes back, because you like him so much, you will be with him. I think that is toxicity. No. I want to like you to a certain degree, but I want our liking to be like a bit matched. I don't want to be overboard or below, but I want it to be, yeah.
I think girls behave much nicer when they know they like you more than you like them. That's a much more healthy relationship to have with a girl.
And then you just do what you want.
No, because men are very good people. It's the women when they are given too much power. For example, in this situation, when the guy likes the girl more than the girl likes the guy, then the girl has so much power over this guy. Like it's what's this?
The power dynamics. Okay. Huh? Yeah, that's the skills don't balance.
Don't balance.
I think it depends really.
I don't think it depends. I think that's been the norm.
When a girl likes you, she will do anything. But I also know even if a girl doesn't like you more than you do like her, if she has something if she has some liking in her for you, she'll still do anything for you. Because I mean,
Liking like for what? For my money, my resources,
no,
my physical
me
looks.
man, it's not for me. It's not physical can work, but for me, it's more than physical. Your intellect, these soft things, soft skills. I think they call them soft skills. When you're kind, when you're big, when you're generous. Like I don't mean that have money and give. There's you saying you want like I keep hearing girls that are like, if I get a rich man, I'm done. No, that man could be rich and he's not generous. And generosity I don't mean by giving you money, but generosity in a sense that they can extend that extra helping hand of. It could be a task, it could be something that you genuinely need help with. For me personally, I do not believe I want a guy to take care of me, but I also don't believe I need to be very dependent on a man. Not in a bad way, but I feel like we need to make each other's lives better. And for me, what I always try for is I want a man who makes my life better as much as I make his life better. Not just you pumping in me and then I don't have anything to give you because it breaks. Like it eventually breaks. Even if we've gone even so far, like relationships, even if it's just your friend, if you have this friend who just reaches out with their always in burden, like you can help until when you can't help anymore. So for me, I always look at it like that. This person is now like your family, is your boyfriend or something. So treat them the same way you would have treated like your close Keith and Keen and all those things. So for me, I want you to take care of me, but I also want to like do something for you. It could be small, but at least yeah, it makes a difference. Me by the I love small things. For me, small things move me, really. Of course, yeah. Because if you have all the money and you are not generous, you're not kind, the money.
By the way, do people date anymore?
But that's a nice question. People meet like today and then the next week they're like, oh my God, I met this guy, I like him. But no one ever said anything. They just talked and it was there.
I don't think people date anymore. I haven't seen guys on dates or even heard stories
of dates.
Yeah, even my circle of friends, like I rarely hear those stories.
My dear, me, I need to go on a date.
Like coffee dates.
Coffee dates. It
And
could
then
be.
you'll string the guy along and date him.
No. There was a phase. No, there was a phase where I strung guys along. Like I said previously, there was this person who told me they wanted to marry me. Like I said, I didn't do boys like most of my young adult. So when I met this guy and he told me about marriage, I was excited. But I was really young then because me, I thought, okay, when you meet a guy and he likes you, it's marriage. But to be honest, I didn't really know what marriage is. I don't know because all I knew is, oh my God, then we get married, make babies, and we live happy ever, you know? But I think my definition of love was more of based on the movies and maybe what I could see my parents, they call themselves honey. Like I love the way the pet names and all those things. But then when he disappointed me and that happened, I remember telling myself I need to first understand this marriage thing because I might be crying and craving for it and I do not know what happens there. So I started to like attend seminars, maybe at church or any gatherings that involved marriage, relationships, dating, just to hear what is going on. So based off the stories that you would hear, some are really bad, some are good, some are there because everyone experiences relationships differently. So I appreciated that relationships are not all smooth as I thought. Because imagine had I gotten married in that scenario, I would have left thinking it's too terrible. I could have left or divorced because I would have thought, my God, it's supposed to be smooth and sleek. Yet it has ups and downs, just like your life, how you have ups and downs. So I think
should those early days be rocky?
They should be smooth.
They should be smooth.
Yes.
Early days, I'm talking like first 3 to 6 months.
Yes, they should be smooth. Because you know what? They should be smooth because that time you are like, oh my god, I need to go dressed up like this. Now, like for me, if I met a guy and we are like going on dates and all, like I'm always looking forward. When is our next date? I need to dress up. Man, I even Google English like bombastic terms. Though I rarely use them, but I just be like, oh my god, just in case he uses a word and I don't know it. Okay, because I like intellectual men. So oftentimes you find that they're going to use like bombastic words. I have to call them those big vocabulary words. So like I'm always on a dictionary and yeah, they should be nice.
So regardless of your expectations, whether it's you expect sex or you expect something else, they
Should be nice.
small.
And I think that should be like an indicator for you to be like, I should go with this person. Make me laugh. Tell me those funny things. Man, no, I want it to be smooth. For me, I will appreciate it when the rocky time shows up and we've had like smooth days. I'll be in a better position to appreciate that. But you cannot be having the first date was rocky. Second date is even worse than the first. No, what are we doing?
Nice. I agree.
Then trust me, I think on a second date since I'm night, she's third day.
But do guys say that? Like when they don't feel the connection, the chemistry, do they cut it off or they just keep going for the free food, free drinks?
I think they do go for the free stuff. Yeah. But
so how can a guy tell that this girl is Sevironji?
Name one Gwenga these days now girls are also smart. It's like they're playing that they have that playbook for I'm not trying to like box guys, but I'm just saying like general stuff that people it's more like people have stereotyped the guys, but it's like they're also using the playbook that guys have been using of like I come in, sweep you up the foot of your feet and all that. So I think they'll still go for like the freebies, but then these days they've spiced it up. For them, they still give you even whatever you want. So you as a guy, you will not really easily tell that, man, this chick is not into me because if you want the account, it's there. Like, so it will be hard. I think in these times, it would be hard. In our times, it could be easy because this person is very repelling, but they want your freebies. So you could easily be like, hey, but when I have goodies, she shows up. When I do not have, it's a bit repellent. Now with the Gen Zs, it's a bit complicated because they will give you everything and you will not know whether you are the only one.
Remember to always wrap it up.
And be safe, be safe.
Okay. Any questions for me?
For you, what would your ideal date look like?
My ideal date would be, I have two. The first one is, if...
Miss Martian.
No. I was getting there. The first one is outdoor. There's outdoor and indoor.
Yeah.
So indoor is the girl comes over, she cooks for you, you have a nice time, watch movies, talk, cuddle, vichi, eventually have sex. Then the other one is you go out, have some adventure, some kind of fun activity. It could even be playing pool or something, just anything you can do with your physical bodies. Have a wonderful time. And then eventually something should happen. Like there should be a sign to show me that this girl likes me this much. It could be a kiss. It could be a very intimate hug. It could be sex at the end of the night.
Okay.
So yeah, I think there are signs that the girl subconsciously gives off when she's into you.
Yeah.
And you can just tell.
But I could like you that much and I don't have to, I can give you a warm hug, like I said. I may not be able to smash you, kiss you, but I still like you that much. Me, how you know I like you is I'll talk to you, like I'll try to reach out and all those things. Yeah, I like you. I reach out, I call you, I check. I don't like you. So yeah, so for me it's that because one, me and the phone, I could be on my phone and you see I'm online, but I'm not get back to you. So for me, how you know I like you, maybe as or as a friend, family, or romantic partner. For a romantic partner, I'm a bit overboard. Like I text you, not love bombard you with texts and all that, but I'll send you like, man, being in love is nice. Like I'll craft like a nice, beautiful thing, maybe like a poem or message that you're like, oh, like those small things. I love to compliment men. I don't know why. Like I just love to compliment you. I'll compliment you, your body, how you talk, how you smell, all those things. I'll tell you. Like I'll tell you everything. Like if we went on a first date, trust me, the next messages, my goodness, I'll tell you everything I liked about you. And I'll even give you like a scale. Like I'm like, okay, you're like a 6 to me. Yeah. Anyway, there's a guy who asked me, it's not even like, it's the same guy, the one I like. When we went to dates and all that, he asked me, do you like me? And I was like, truth be told, I loved what had so far transpired, but I wasn't sure if I liked him in that kind of space. And I'm not so quick to saying yes or no, but I just told him the truth. And I was like, I like how the conversations have gone. So far, everything is good. And he asked me for a scale. So I told him 6, and he's like, okay, 6 is more than 5. So I'm more than 50, and that's a good thing. And I don't know why I like that statement. In that moment, I felt like I like this guy.
It's the same guy. These are not different guys.
No, they're not different guys. It's the same guy that I like now. I think I should give him a name, Shats. Yeah, I'll call him Shats.
Shats.
Yeah.
Okay. Early dating stages. Okay,
are there any awkward things that you have experienced in the early dating stages or on the first date?
Awkward.
Yeah, like some awkwardness.
Awkward, no. Painful, yes.
How do you navigate silence times? I feel like silence is very awkward.
I love.
No, I know for you it's very... But I mean, this is a stranger girl you've never seen.
The silences. Yeah, I just like when you both talk, you converse, and then there comes a time when you're both quiet, like, You just sit there quiet.
Do you like cough and be like, I'm still here?
Just be there and maybe look at each other, stare. Oh, by the way, when you go for these dates, how do you sit? Do you sit like across? Is this across or side by side?
Oh, if physically I liked you, I want to sit across the table because I want to watch you. Let me tell you, if I like someone, I don't know, I'm like possessed, for lack of a better word, is I want to look at you, how your lips move, your eyes. I want to look at your eyes and
But side by side. There you can move your hands.
Move your hands.
Yeah.
But you can still move your hands across the table.
Across the table, like this. No, this is much.
Not move your hand. You can even. It doesn't have to be. Does it have to be hands?
I don't mean
even your legs.
I mean, like you reach out and touch the girl.
You can touch with your leg. Touch the thigh. I mean, under the tables. I think it's sexy. So would you like smash on the first date?
Yes, I would. In fact, I would prefer the girl smash on my first date. I think to me that's a very high indicator of interest. Like, yeah, there's too much desire here.
So then what happens if she does something that you do not like along the way and you're like, oh my gosh, I even smashed on my first date? Maybe 2 months, 3.
Those ones you have to call out on it. Yeah, so you correct because if you leave it, then it will be even worse down the road. So you just tell that one was a good day. Yeah.
Have you ever been on a date and you're like, okay, I'm going on a date with this girl, but you automatically have seen like long-term future something? Is there anyone in your...
I want to say no, but I think it's self-conscious. Like, of course, like when you're on a date, I'm interested in the sexual part. The rest come later. Like we shall get to know about each other later. But first of all, I want to first test. So, that's usually my mental model. So you have sex first, then you will see if there's potential for relationships.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, as we come to the close of the episode, like generally, what would be like your indicators? Oh, this is a good date. It could turn into something that you would want to share with the audience.
Very
And how to
lively.
navigate those awkward moments, because now for you silence is a good thing for you, but then someone
Awkward
else,
moments.
yeah, like those silence, maybe someone is on their phone, or people spill drinks, or spilling drinks because they are nervous and all that. So how would you
navigate?
Navigate that?
The
Like,
nervousness is okay. You as the guy has to be. You as the guy has. You as the guy has. You as the guy have to be confident.
so much excitement.
The confidence you have as a guy will calm the other party, the other person. So you have to be confident and, of course, expect her to be nervous first. When such happens, still drinks, stuff like that. Of course, joke about it.
Yeah.
Tease about it, maybe. Then phones, I don't do phones. Like when on a date, phones are in the pockets. They want to be on the table.
Signs that this would be the date was great and could lead into something.
Oh yes, bubbly, bubbly, lively, laughs at my non so funny jokes. Very touchy.
Yeah.
Although they might not be touchy, but okay, you touching them is welcome.
Yeah.
And because nervous and all that. I almost said this on the first date, but they should be signs.
They should desire you so much, or give you signs, subtle signs that show their admiration, their desire for you.
Yes, even though it doesn't happen on the first date,
Yeah.
even the second, even the third.
Yes,
like
yes,
there should
yes,
be
yes.
that.
Okay, yeah. Now that one there, I can hear you. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you need to show the person you like that.
Brings me to my story. Let me tell it in a very short space of time. Yeah, so this was 2017.
Yes.
There's a girl. She used to be a very pretty girl back in O level. So like every boy, of course, we are boys back then, not men. Every boy was like wanted to have a test, although he could not even have tests. And so we leave O level. Then I graduate Chamblog in 2016. Then I reach out and I'm like, of course, it's like funny banter, tease, you laugh here, laugh there. Then I like the girl, so I suggest we meet up. I don't think I said date. I just suggested a meet. But in my mind, of course, I was like, now this is a date. In my mind, it was a date, but I didn't make that explicit at the very beginning. So we begin seeing each other for a while. And the seeing each other, of course, was like going to movies because that's the only thing I could do. Just go for movies. And then the very first months were okay. They were exciting because I was into my head. Like I was like, I finally gotten this girl. She likes me. I like her. We are going out on dates. In my mind,
but you didn't like verbally tell her.
I did not. I expected it to be conveyed through my actions.
Okay, yeah, actions actually speak louder than words.
Yeah. So the first months are okay. We go on these dates, and then everything changed when she told me she had a boyfriend. Then I was like, so you mean all this time, all these things I've been doing were in vain? So my immediate reaction was to get the girl, to do everything in my power
to get the girl,
which is not a very good thing to do.
Yes.
From the man's perspective, but we have this. I don't want to generalize. I want to keep it to myself. I had this ego. I was like, how can she not like me?
I know. Rejection is painful.
Yeah, because in my head I was like this very cool dude, very handsome. Like there was nothing about me that she could not like. So that took me to the online forums, stuff like that, which is how I got to where I am now. Like that experience shattered my perception about dating in the real world, because I grew up knowing like there's soulmates. You're going to grow up and have this. You're going to grow up and meet this girl. You're going to date, court each other, and then eventually get married. So I was in that. I was operating in that frame. Yeah. So when she rejected me, yeah, things shattered. I had to reevaluate and ground myself into how the world actually works.
Okay. That was painful, but yeah, at least I'm glad that you navigated and now you're here. But I still think you're a good person. From what I see, at least maybe, I hope it's not for showcase. Yeah, from what I see, you're still a nice person, but yeah, it's also good to like when you speak from experience and yeah, it's okay. So I think for me, my giveaway or takeaway would be to the audience is I think a great first date is when you laugh, talk, and the chemistry is right. So you feel like you propose you to like, let me see where this leads to. Let's have another date and talk and all that. Then I think just be yourself. For the awkward moments, just laugh about them. Like crack a joke about it, laugh about it to make it less intense. And yeah, I think that has been it for today. Feels too short. Feels like there's so much we talk about. But yeah, tell us in our comment sections. What is your ideal date, and how do you navigate those now awkward situations on your first date? We can't wait to hear those stories. This is it for today. Until next time. Oh, don't forget to hit the subscription button. But again, thank you so much for loving us, commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing.
What are we doing next?
We are emotional spending. So yeah, our next episode will be on emotional spending.
Emotional spending on first dates. Oof.
Would have been nice, but yeah, we shall have that conversation next. So yeah.